shoots and scores!
Way back down towards Pickett. Spinning off some pressure, switching the sides of the ice. Good quick movement to the middle. One more backhander, but that is where the good quick movement will end. A pick off by the Rockies, and it's sent in deep by Hansen. Now behind the goal. Back to the point, but being forced to retreat all the way back to their own blue line was Dio Adrian. That one right up the gut. Going to be directly on goal. Dirtle plays it to the corner. Defender there to move it up the ice. Passing ahead to Hansen. Be on the lookout for number 11 in the Calgary Rockies jerseys. He will play forward and defense. Coach is saying he's a little bit of their Shohei Ohtani, is what the coach said. I think he probably has to put on some pads, make some glove saves to get that sort of accolade. As McMorrin fires that right on, and it's an easy save. Angle to fire that towards the net from Joseph Jones. Now Nickel takes the hit into the boards, gets it ahead to Sewell. There's Sewell, stopped up. Neutral ice, brought out with speed. Here's Philpott, who actually will dump it in and go off for a change. Baldwin moves it ahead on the right. Reading that well are the North Stars to cut it off and keep it in to give the Rockies a chance to come back with a little bit of space. That's Schultz moving through the middle, tried to cut it. Now he gets it back again, directs it to the defender. Baldwin gets to the red line, sends it right on goal. Why not test Pickett? He hasn't been tested much. Now behind the net. Trying to center it as the Rockies get the puck in the offensive zone, but can't have any clean time and space to work with it. Now it comes back to Baldwin at center. Baldwin skates it in themselves, gets forced off of it, so Lalonde follows up, directs it to the corner, moving behind the net. Now switching sides of the ice, looking to get it out on this near side point, but it's kept in. Sewell has his positioning bumped off the puck, and it gets sent down the ice by the North Stars, and icing negated. There's Baldwin. Now Stone look to direct that towards the front of the net, but you can see the hungry on the puck are the North Stars, earning far more battles to this point than the Rockies. There's Coulter. Now through the blue line on the left-hand side, cutting wide, shot from distance, saved by Dirtle. As he neatly finds that in the minute left. As the in-house PA announcer letting us know that it is in fact the last minute. Now the North Stars look to break it out in this final minute of play. It's put to center ice. Sent right back in by the Rockies, ringing around the boards. O'Hara looking to keep it alive. Now spinning to put it behind the goal. No forechecker there yet. And that'll mean the North Stars will have a chance to break it out. That comes free to the middle of the ice. Loose puck. Nothing to be claimed, but now it's the Rockies with it. Adrian, sharp angle shot, right on goal. Whistle goes, puck was free. But the referee blew it dead quick with 20 seconds left. Between the pipes now. And West is perfect. He can say he has a shutout today. No shots faced, no goals against. Now on the right side, brought in by the North Stars. There's a centering pass, bouncing puck into the slot area. Now it's going to be turned back by the Rockies. Lalonde chips it ahead. Adrian, good stick work, keeping it behind the net. Now Lalonde trying to keep it alive back to the point. It's sent back, ringing around the boards to the near side corner. North Stars with a possession. They'll try and chip it past Baldwin. Baldwin holds it in, sends it on, deflected in front. Oh, what a great save there by Pickett. As the defender, there is no call on the play. It is still 5-on-5, and now the North Stars bring it up. On the left-hand side, a 2-on-1, perhaps Stone with speed. Pass to the middle. For a moment, it's on the backhand, and the save made. Another one directed towards the net. High, flipping puck to the corner. Mitchell Moore from center ice. Passes over to McDonald. Loses the puck for Rockies. That's won by the North Stars, put behind their net, backhanded ahead by Collins on the right-hand side. North Stars pushing it all the way up to center. There it's stopped up. Baldwin takes a tumble as he watches the puck get past him. Behind their own net, the Rockies push it up this right side boards. That's picked off by Collins, and then some quick touch passing, looking to move that ahead to Sullivan. And it will be Calgary who earns that possession of Reeves, but Reeves has their pocket picked not long after their possession was earned. And then Fisher gets taken down, but Reeves is going to have a breakaway. There's a shot, bar down and out as Reeves rifles that right off the crossbar. Now Leckie brings it back for the North Stars. Best chance of the game for either side, as that was 44 right in on goal. Had only the goalie to beat. And looks as though we have a chance on the power play. North Stars will have a chance to pass it up the ice, perhaps looking to get behind the defenders. That's the long change for the defending teams in the second period, nearly proving costly. And that's Squires, who dumps it right back in. Now behind the Rockies net, bouncing puck, forecheck. Trying to earn a possession back for the North Stars. They will. Back to the point. Cutler fires that on, looking for a deflection. It sits in front for a moment, but it's cleared from danger by Adrian. Now all the way back to the point and then center ice. The North Stars will have to regroup. There's a high flipping puck that's knocked down by Baldwin. Baldwin gets it to the red line on his backhand and rings it around the boards. Jagodic. Now Hicks directs it right in front. There's Reeves, point blank, coming across to make the save is Owen Pickin, as Reeves has had two chances right of Pickin with 10:33 left to go in our second period. Face off. Behind the net. Puck's tied up, now freed in the corner. Moving around the yellow trim along the base of the boards. Now to the face-off circle. There's a shot deflected high off the glass. Now Baldwin looks to just muscle that one towards the goal, but it's blocked and put behind the net. Baldwin will look to get it back, but that's intercepted by Stone. Now Stone across the blue, the red, then the other blue, stopping, having an angle to pass, gets it across. There's a one-timer. What a save. Puck still free. They jam away. One more backhand in the slot. They still smack away at it. There's Cutler back at the point. He puts it right on, and what a great sequence there. Jacob Dirtle with help from North Stars will get a chance for their first power play on the mark. That's going to be Luke in play through the middle of the ice. Now a pass to Sewell. He fires it on, but the save made by Pickin, point blank. Capture. Man advantage underway for the North Stars, trying to break through this double donut score. Mitchell Moore to Squires. Nice pass. There's Ross. Takes the shot. Short side blocker saved by Dirtle. Back to the point. Mitchell Moore to Squires, fires it on, that one right in the glove of Dirtle, who collects it neatly for the whistle. Now just 25 seconds left. North Stars right in on goal, sharp angle shot, that one bouncing high behind the net. Brought back to the point, one-time shot fired wide of the goal. Behind the net again, looking for a pass. Schultz rejoins the play. There's a sharp angle opportunity, but that will do it for our... Spinning off a check. Nice quick touch to the middle, taking that hit to make that play. Puck wobbles along the blue line, is now picked up with speed by Mitchell Moore. Mitchell Moore tries to make a move, but that's broken up before he could get very far by O'Hara. And now a break right through the middle, a chance, right in on goal, sharp angle shot. Jacob Dirtle closing the door. Face off to the right of Dirtle. As a fan, and will give the North Stars a chance. That's Cutler. Now Sewell on the right side. Behind the net. It's on the half boards. Now back to the corner. He's trying to earn a possession as they're all battling for it. Sticks smacking. There's Adrian. D-to-D pass. A little too hard for Squires, who at least gets it to the corner. Now rung back around to where a battle will for sure begin. But back behind the net. Here are the Rockies. Trying to create something offensively, but it's turned right out of the zone by the North Stars. That's Ross. He's going to be at the end of a shift, so he'll just send it around the boards, keep it in low. Lalonde with the puck, passing to center ice. That's Squires with the steal. Now Squires trying to go wide left. Just bringing it in onside is Squires. Passing that in front, right towards Dirtle. Here steers it behind the goal. Now from the circle. Taken down. Now pocket pick by Collins. Good steal. Fans on the shot as the stick check from Adrian comes back the other way. Now behind the goal. Schultz books it to Lalonde. Lalonde passes right in front where it was stolen, spinning to win, firing that towards Dirtle. That one just missing. It's a little careless in their own zone are the Rockies. Again, a steal. This time just a high fly territory. Both teams change. Pass up the left side boards, backhanding to the open wing where Squires has an angle to shoot. They'll take the shot. Good blocker save by Dirtle. Cool as a cucumber, fields another one to the corner. Pass ahead on the left wing. Here's Reeves. He's already had a couple great chances. He'll try and streak in on goal. He gets pushed off the puck. Leaves it alive for his teammates. Adrian just unable to hold that in at the blue line. Adrian to Hicks. Hicks stick handling. Passing to the open wing. Jagadich on the right-hand side. Chips around the defense. Send it back behind Pickin. Now in the corner. Rockies trying to earn this possession and get it back to the point. They will do that. There's a one-timer. That one tickling the net, but from the outside. Now Baldwin will bank it off the boards again. Lalonde, one touch, trying to keep that going. Good hit as Brixton rubs out against the boards. Now to the half wall. Looks for another centering play. It's back behind the net. Rockies look to center. That does center, but all the way back to the point. That's Schultz. Schultz brings it to the open wing. Baldwin fires it on. There's a save by Pickin, but no whistle yet as it bounces all the way to the slot area. Turning from the faceoff circle back to Adrian. Adrian, a high, tricky shot, as that is not one that Pickin sees often. Almost 50 minutes of regulation hockey played. Still no goals on the board. Getting to the point now where you think the first goal might be the last goal. Adrian behind the net. Dirtle directing traffic, telling to go up that wing. It'll at least be sent all the way back to the North Stars territory without an icing. McDonald in with no ice and go for a change. And there's a quick pass trying to catch him on that change. And then Schultz gets absolutely buried as he takes the hit and goes off for the change as he realizes he might not have the endurance of strength. Gardner hops on for him, but Courtney has it. Fires that one towards the blocker, and that is a save that we've seen Dirtle make about 5 times this game. The shot from the right wing, blockering into the corner. Adrian gets a shoulder in the chest, stops his forward progression. Now Baldwin on the right-hand side, brings it in across the blue. He gets hit, but keeps the puck. There's Baldwin with it. All right in front. There's a rebound for a moment. As Baldwin going for that pass off the pads, streaking forwards in front of the net, and then Baldwin sends that right off. There's no goals on the board, so spoiler alert, I think there might be some goaltenders in the top 3 group. You can pencil them in in 2 of the spots. We're just not sure in which order yet, as we still await an offensive play. That one's held in the center ice area, brought in by the North Stars, ringing it around the boards. Coming out on this left side of the attacking Rockies, who tried to turn it back. Now it's put back behind their goal line. Adrian has a lot to deal with. There's a centering play. Backhand chance. Dirtle with the stop. Good battling to earn that possession as Lalonde passes ahead to the right. Adrian stops up. Waits for some support. Gets it back down low. Now that's Sullivan for the North Stars. Can't get it out of the zone. Now it's banked hard off the boards, but that's going to be icing. Behind the net. 4 checkers going to work. Melting valuable seconds off the clock. Now it's brought in by Ross. Power play still cooking. Back to the point, Squires. Gets it to Cutler. Cutler holds it at the blue line. Passing to the circle. 4-on-4 for a moment as Squires goes to change. Holding, waiting to find an angle to shoot, but none coming for Courtney. Now from distance, that one blockered away. Behind the net, spinning all the way around the Stars. Move to the middle. From the circle, left side, firing it on. That one just missing as we still wait for the opening Chavo. Rockies bring it in on the right-hand side, doing it all himself, coming in. Adrian leaves it behind the goal. Now it comes out to Jones. Jones only gets it as far as the center line as Adrian. Passes back to Jagodic. And tries to force it ahead there to Gardner. Now comes Weigel. Weigel in the corner, behind the net. Keeping it alive in the offensive zone. Good cycle movement. Now a fire right on goal and a save made by Dirtle again. Gets it to Adrian. Now Adrian trying to do something themselves. Going to be Weigel who gets the steal. Now Weigel on that right-hand side. Squires then sends it right in on goal. Not wanting to take any chances is Dirtle. Since the JPHL's 14U AAA and 15U AAA games, visit them online at subsurfacecorp.com. Overtime period, 5 minutes on the board. 3-on-3, North Stars with the puck to start. Possession, very important on the 3-on-3 overtime. It's Collins. Passes off to Leckie. Looks to get that ahead to Courtney. Courtney got a touch, so there won't be icing, as that's put behind the goal. Now the Rockies with the possession. There's Adrian. Passes ahead on the left. Bringing it in. Looking for that rebound, no doubt, and that's going to be kicked out hard. Maybe a chance to skate and get an offensive chance here is Ross. Looks to move it to the middle to Weigel. There's Mitchell to defend. Now behind the goal line. It's put to the corner. North Stars get the possession. They put it back to the point. There's Squires. Now Squires sends to the open wing. Here's Weigel. Weigel behind the net. Trying to backhand that one step further. They're going to keep the possession. Squires takes the check. Mitchell chips it ahead. Now it's Schultz, one-on-one.